Hi all, Hal here with more Empyrion, Galactic Survival. Happy Monday to everybody. Hope you had a fantastic weekend, and hope the week is shaping up to be something interesting for you, if not fun and exciting. So what I want to do today is just, we're going to be doing a new small vessel build, and I wanted to show you some changes that came in last week. They've actually introduced new landing gear for the small vessels, so you have the old landing gear and the docking pad that you're used to. But now there is a Tier 2 landing gear as well as a Tier 2 heavy landing gear. I'm not really sure what the difference between these are, so we're going to build one. We're going to build two of these and one of these, see how this all works out. But I'm going to be doing a new SV build, like I said. I think that, I had a couple of people mention that most of my last few builds have been kind of bulky, so what we're going to do is we're going to go for a little bit more of a sleek fighter build. And I thought we had, I guess not. Alright, let's see if we have anything else in here that we need to learn. So yeah, but basically what I want to do is something that's a little bit more streamlined. No, nothing too outlandish. Figure a couple of thrusters, an RCS, general cockpit, and a big ass gun, right? Oh, let's see what we got here. We can do laser rifles now. Yeah, let's go ahead and unlock them. We may as well. I think that's pretty much the last I have to unlock, actually. Alright, so let me show you what we've got going on here, because I do have some more things being built. So as you see, we have the cockpit, we have the starter, we've got a spotlight already, an RCS. So we need to get a generator. I think I'm only going to do one fuel tank. Let's see what we have available here. That's the small. So we need a computer really quick. So what do we still need for the computer? Okay. Am I actually out of blocks? I'm out. Wow. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and have that pump out 10 of those really quick. Throw one of those in. What do we need for our fuel tank? Electronics, metal, and cables. I think we will still have that afterwards, right? Because this thing requires 3 electronics. This is 3 electronics. We should have enough after this runs. If not, this will turn red really quickly. So we're just going to wait for this to finish up. Like I said, basically what we're going to be doing today is a new build. I wanted to see how well I could get this to work. I'm going to be using those. And I'm going with something a little bit more of a fighter style build. It's been a while since I've done an actual fighter build. So I'm going to try building something that is a little bit more fun, I think. And as you can see, we do have a nice area over here to do the build. It's not going to be entirely huge. In fact, what we can do is while we're waiting for the rest of the stuff to build, let's go ahead and place the starter here. We're going to go ahead and put the cockpit on this thing. Actually, I have blocks, right? Yes. So let's go ahead and we're going to extend this out 3 because I want to be able to put the cockpit on it. So let's go ahead and do this, and we're going to do this pretty much in stages. Now, one of the things that you probably know that I like to do is to basically have the core in a layer. We're going to change that a little bit. One of the things that I do want to do this time is we are going to put a constructor on this thing. We're going to have the RCS. Alright, so we're going to put the generator. Actually, can we? So put the RCS there. What we're going to do is we'll have the ammo box on top here. We're going to do a maneuvering thruster on either side. Actually, I have the thrusters. Helps when I actually have things built once in a while, huh? Alright, so let's do that. Like I said, we're going to put an ammo box here, and then directly behind that we're going to have the thruster. So we're going to take that out because we want Is that right? I can never tell. Yes, okay, that's the direction I want. So we'll have a thruster here, we'll have a thruster here. Right? Is that where I want to put it? Let's see. Yeah, I think that's where we'll put it. And then we'll have a little bit more of a few more of these. Oh. And all right. So what we will end up with is a we're going to put a constructor on this side. We're going to put our power on this side. And then we will have our generator here in the middle. Now, I had thought about putting the generator, actually embedding the generator here in the bottom of the... Actually, you know what? That might not be a bad idea. Because if we embed the generator down, we can put a crafter on this side, storage on this side, and we put the power here in the middle. Yeah, let's do that. Oh. Alright, so that gets us started. Alright, so let's go see if what's still cooking off in there. And what I may do is I may go ahead and do a cut, bring it back when we have more of the parts made, because I do need to make quite a few more parts here. And I don't want to have you just sitting here while we're waiting for everything. Right, so go ahead and put that, grab that, show you where we're putting this beast. And we want control panel to be on the bottom. We then want power to be there so we can get to it. And then this will be this area will be open for us to get in and out of what we're doing. We'll put the storage blocks on this side. We're going to put the crafter over here. And I may also put an oxygen tank. I don't know where we're going to put that, because I don't want it to basically be open to space. Well, I don't want it to be in a direct line of fire, I guess I should say. So that's going to be like this. We're going to... Oh. Of course it would, right? Let's try that again. Alright. Okay. And we're going to go put this away. So that's going to be ammo box, that's going to be the thruster. Alright. And that gives us the central portion of our ship. See, I had thought about moving these out a little bit so that it would be over one level or one area out. And I might still do that. That could be interesting. So what we can do is if we do... Because if we put storage chest there, storage chest here, we'd be able to get to one storage chest on this side, get to the other one from back here. Crafting engine will be here. Right, and then that comes out for now. Because if we do it this way, we end up with is that instead we wrap that around. Yeah, this could work. Yeah, we can make this work. Oh no, I may actually keep that reduced here. So we have the crafting there, so we'll be able to get to the crafting engine on either side. I may put an oxygen system in. I haven't decided yet on that. I am definitely going to put an oxygen tank in. What I may do is, because we're going to have that here, leave that there, and then just put the oxygen tank here, and put the oxygen, and see if we can maybe put an oxygen station on top of that. But I think the oxygen system is actually 2 blocks, but we'll see. What I'm going to do is I am going to go ahead and cut this here. I'm going to go make some more blocks, and we will be right back. And we're back. So yeah, I had to take a small break just to go get some food for the character. Also did take it out, took the ship out for just a little bit to go take a look and see, you know, how well things were working. Let's go ahead and set all this up. And as you can see, I'm making landing gear down here. Basically, I've actually have already made landing gear for it, but I'm not liking the stuff that I have. I'll show you why in a moment. Because we really are just waiting for this thing to finish making these. You know what? We'll let it make one more. We'll go ahead and tell it to kick those out. Let's make the landing gear. And we'll re-queue up another 10 of those. Once again, every time I record, Puppy wants to be internet famous. Oh, gotta love him. Alright. So, while we're waiting for this, yeah, like I said, I hope you're all having a fantastic Monday. I know for my perspective, well, for your perspective, it's been, you know, only about 11 minutes or so since we started. For me, this is about 4 hours later. So, what we will do, I think we've got 2. Oh, okay, third one's about to finish. There we go. So we will go ahead and do this. And the reason why I'm thinking I want to change these is these are the tier 2 heavy landing gear. That is the double block, and that's the single. They work really well, but they kind of lift the ship up a little bit higher than I think I want it. I do think that I'm going to go with the lower profile that you have here. With the thing is, I may actually take these off of this one and put those on it. Because this ship is a little bit bigger. It's not much bigger. It is a touch bigger, but we'll see how it actually plays out. But this is what we've got so far. I'm thinking about calling her the Chipmunk because, well, you know, she's got the puffy cheeks. And she spits hot fire, so it's good. The square blocks here on the top, directly behind the cockpit, are actually going to be where we're mounting the cannons. And what I'm going to do is, I do need to go pick up some resources, but I'm going to put the pulse lasers on her. So we'll have a pulse laser here, and then one on either side as well. So there will be 4 pulse lasers on this thing moving forward. So we have the small wing assembly here, and then we have the engine nacelles. We have a lift engine on both nacelles. It gives us 3 total, so we have 1 and 2 there, with 1 in the middle here for the third. And then we have a mirror of that for the descending thrusters as well, so we have another 3 of those. We have an oxygen station, oxygen tank, power cell, and that's our generator. And we have a crafting station. So we can actually go into a base, do an assault, raid on the base, blow a hole in the side of it, land inside, gather the materials, throw it in the crafting station, and resupply ourselves while we are out in the field. Now, I also did put in a cargo box, so we can actually store gear as well as our ammo supply. And as you can see, I do need to add some more ammo in there. But yeah, that's the ship. So let me know what you think. I am thinking that I am going to, let's see. I do have the supplies for it. So what I think I'm going to do is do this. Because we can still get into it from here. So when you're looking at it here, we can get to here, power, and the crafting station, which is one of the reasons why I'm going to replace these giant things and put in the smaller, the old style light landing gear, because I don't need anything that bulky on something like this. I do think that landing gear like this are more appropriate for maybe the the HV over there, or even the this fighter. But as you can see here, where we have everything open, we basically only have the one entrance here to get shots in and out. So it will hopefully give us a little bit more of a defense on this. But we will see how it actually works once we get out and about in the universe. And there we go. And that would be the ship. So yeah, like I said, let me know what you all think. Anything you do like and don't like about it, and I always do try to take things into consideration. I did consider, so people know, I did consider putting the guns here so they would fire over the hull. But I didn't like having them this far recessed. I don't know why. It just, something about it just doesn't sit well with me. And I think it's because of the way that the weapons fire. Basically, if I was doing any type of maneuver where I was going forward, other than forward or backwards, there's a chance that I would end up shooting myself. So I didn't want to deal with that. So we just said, you know what, we'll move the weapons forward. That way, even if I am doing maneuvers, we don't have to worry quite so much about it. It will end up reducing my visibility in the cockpit, but you have to make some sacrifices somewhere, and that was the sacrifice that I chose to make. So let's go ahead and take her up. We'll show you how she handles, and we will call that a day, I think. I do need to add a few more lights as well. You know what, let's do it this way first. This way you can see what it looks like from in the cockpit. And she handles really well. The rotational, when you're doing rolls like this, doesn't snap as much as some of the other planes that I have built. So I do like the general handling of it. It handles very much like a aircraft and not like a zero-G craft. So this may be a good design for you if you're looking for something that's a little bit more traditional in its flight characteristics. It has enough lift to be able to get you off of pretty much any of the planets that you may head out to. Even things like, Ninguez is reduced, so... Oh. Alright. So like the alien homeworld, where you are 1.25 Gs, I think, on that. But yeah, so the ship handles really, really well. It's very, very stable. I have used her effectively with just even the rockets, to give you an idea, so you know how inaccurate those things are. And this ship has basically been able to hold her place really well. Even exchanging fire, we were able to take very little damage. The cockpit, I think, got up to like 15 or 20%, but it's be expected with the cockpit that's being used. But the overall ship design, I have to say, is a lot of fun. The pilot, as you can see, you can do a little bit of slide here. Stops almost immediately because you do have so much reverse thrust on this thing. You are only using maneuvering thrusters for everything except for the actual horizontal flight. So your main thrusters here are the sloped. So you do have a little bit more than, it's like a 60% of your reactionary mass as far as thrust is concerned. So it works really, really well. It's just enough to keep you under control. Actually, we're gonna change those. Let us change that out, shall we? Alright, so while I'm doing this, I am going to go ahead and call this episode here. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did enjoy the episode, make sure you hit that like button on your way out. If you haven't done so already, you may also want to subscribe, because it not only does it keep you up to date when things are going on around the channel, it will let you know when I'm going live on Twitch or on YouTube. And if you have any questions or comments, feel free to throw them down in the section below. On that note, I'm out of here. I hope you all have a fantastic Monday, and I hope the rest of the week only gets better. And we will see you all back here tomorrow for some Ark, or Wednesday for more Empyrion, and 7 Days to Die. So as always, folks, take care and be safe out there, everybody. One more, huh? Let's do this.